Welcome to the first Funny Number podcast episode 21 of the BroadStrokes podcast, where Lane and I are actually in the same room.
Good morning, Vietnam.
Yes, how have you been?
I've been doing fantastic.
Likewise, I've been doing okay. It's really hot outside, the weather sucks. You know, this whole state sucks.
Yeah, it's smelly.
Where do you want to move?
It's smelly.
I know you were saying, this is just random, but in high school, Landon said he wanted to move to like a different country.
Yeah.
Where he's planning on moving?
Somewhere cold, like Siberia.
I wouldn't say Siberia. I was thinking more of like Greenland.
Greenland?
Yeah.
Oh, but those Danish people, they didn't let the U.S. buy it.
That was pretty funny. Good old Trump suggesting to purchase the entire country.
No, he was just it's not a country. It's actually a part of Denmark. It's owned by Denmark, technically. It's just autonomous.
I would then consider its own country.
Well, that's like saying that Scotland is an independent country.
I mean, if you ask a Scottish person if they believe their country is a country, I would assume they were going to say that Scotland is a country.
Yeah, but it's really just the...
Regardless of the semantics of world politics. The not country of Greenland. Would you be interested in going there? It's cold.
No, not that type of cold.
I think that'd be a nice kind of cold.
I think that'd be horrible cold actually.
I love it freezing. This state sucks. Speaking of things sucking, well, for one, our viewership is down. You people all stink. All 20 of you left. Afia's gone.
19.5 kind of grew.
Did it?
Yeah. Hey, did you guys appreciate the gameplay? I think we're going to make that the precedent from now on.
When I make Landon edit this one as well.
Some sort of, background footage.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be Overwatch every time, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'll make the next one Fallout 4.
It's ultra modded Fallout 4 that has really nice graphics.
Yeah.
We're not talking about Fallout 4 for 30 minutes, though. We're not doing that again. we can't do that.
Okay. Just... be wary that you'll be seeing Fallout 4 for this episode.
You think that's what's going to happen?
Yeah, because I've been playing Fallout 4.
Okay, cool. Let's not talk about it. Let's not talk about Fallout 4 one more time this whole episode. Because upon looking at it, I think more than half of our episodes at one point mentioned Fallout 4.
Yeah. Well, I'm only playing Bethesda games right now because it's in anticipation for Starfield.
Which I will not be able to play, as it's not going on the PlayStation.
Yeah.
Because God is dead.
Yeah, and it's a huge game. No, literally it will eat up my hard drive. It's 125 gigabytes.
I have a funny story to tell.
Is it?
So,
it's funny.
As I've mentioned before, I work in a financial place. And Landon hates me calling it that because he's like, just call it a bank.
Yeah, just call it a bank.
Call it a bank.
You don't have to
a financial institution, right?
You make it sound like you're part of the mafia.
Financial institution. We have a way with money and numbers.
We offer loans to people.
We do, actually. We don't break ankles, though. We just steal their cars that they don't pay.
And their property.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to repo their land. Basically, I do a lot of work for this company. Like, not just stuff that falls under my job description. I'm our IT guy. Because Landon... You know I'm not great at computers, but I'm better than a 50-year-old woman at computers. Right? I know how to do some stuff, and I've gotten a whole lot better at it. I know...
That's great.
Be quiet.
That wasn't sarcastic.
I can never tell with your monotone voice. But I've been doing so much IT stuff, man. Like, I had to go into... I had to use the right-click inspect feature. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I see the code.
Oh.
I had to do some of that crap. I had to, /n to program in the command menu. It's been rough. Things have been breaking, man.
Couldn't you just open the task manager?
Task manager refused to open.
Oh.
I'd open task manager, and it'd pop up for a second, and then it'd go gray screen. It was crashing task manager. Then I also tried to do Control-Alt-End to sign out of, the remote system that we had. It didn't work. I tried to do everything. I tried all the hotkeys, man. Nothing worked.
Did you try turning it off and turning it back on?
I couldn't press the turn off. I'd have to unplug the thing.
That was a joke because every dad would be like that.
I know. That's what so we have an actual IT department. You have to call them, and usually they're pretty good. There's 3 people I'm in contact. We're gonna call them. I can call them by their real name. Who cares?
We'll call him John Jebediah, and
So we got this guy named Hayden. He's really good. Hayden's amazing at his job. We got this dude named, I think his name's Joshua, something like that. He's not very good at his job. And we have one other guy named, like, Bert or something.
okay.
And Bert, I've never really talked to him, so I don't know if he's good at his job or not, but I've heard that he's okay. So the other day, I was trying to get our receipt printer to work. That's the thing that, like, let's say you do a transaction, you get a receipt. That's crazy, right?
Yeah.
It shows you how much money you withdrew or deposited.
Wow. It's mind-blowing tech right here.
It is. It's paper. But it wouldn't work. It wasn't working, man.
Dang.
And I tried everything. So, I called our tech support people. And Hayden answered, and he was like, oh yeah, this is a simple fix. And he went ahead and he...
You pressed one button and it
No, he
broke.
didn't press one button. Basically what was happening was... I'm sorry, I was just reading that. Our receipt printer was not transmitting the information properly. So what's supposed to happen is it goes to like a remote system. It gets formatted with like the logo of the company we work with, and like lets the member sign, right?
Yeah.
But it wasn't letting do. It was just printing paper. So it just skipped that process. So it just didn't like the system. So he's like, okay, yeah, easy fix. 30 minutes later, it was working.
All right.
The next day, the following day, I had to call them again because I was working on a new computer. Because this is what I do a lot. I fix things.
Okay.
So I called them again. I was like, hey, I'm looking to try to fix this receipt printer. Can you help me? It's like, yeah, sure thing. Let me remote into your computer. So this dude remotes into my computer. And this is, what was his name again? Joshua? Yeah.
Or was it Hayden?
No, it was Hayden and then it was Joshua. So then Joshua remotes into my computer, right?
Uh-huh.
Now, Joshua, he's a funny guy. Now, to put it into a form that you might be able to understand better, imagine going to the dentist office for like a tooth cleaning, right? But then unprompted, you have open heart surgery. Right? It's kind of like that.
So he did things that he just wasn't meant to do.
Yeah, so I just wanted the receipt printer to work, but he decided to update everything. And these computers are like pretty old, so they've been collecting.
They're all working on Windows Vista.
It's something pretty bad. But he's like, okay, yeah, Kyle, I'm gonna call you back in a little bit, or you call me back whenever this is done. Basically, I'm having to do all the updates and reinstall some things. It's gonna be about 4 hours. I was gonna go to lunch. I was like, yeah, okay. So I went to lunch. I come back and he's still remoted to my computer. He's like doing things around there, and what I do is I go to our search bar, like just like a regular search bar, and I type in, "Hello, Joshua," into the search bar so I can see it on his end. He said, "Hi there, lol," and then I closed the search bar and left. So I've been back and forth with this dude for about a few hours trying to get this receipt printer to work, and it's still not working now.
Because to this.
Yeah, to this day it is still not working because this happened today.
Well, I guess since these come out literally on Saturday.
Yeah.
It may or may not be fixed by then.
God, I hope so, because I'm getting sick and tired of these people.
So when we say, I guess we need a little context on when we're actually speaking.
This is Tuesday. This is the 25th of, what month is it?
July.
July, yeah. It's like, July 25th, folks. It's been a July. It's been a whole year, man. This year has not been good. It's been a bad year.
It's a year.
This is a net negative for the world, man.
Now, once Starfield comes in...
You think Starfield's going to be the turning point for human society?
Yeah, because then we'll actually go to space and actually explore 1,000 planets as the game promises.
Yeah, that does sound fun. I wish I could have it.
Yeah, we'll see if it is actually good, but like from what I've seen, it's definitely a step up from a lot of games. Like, they're adding back traits, and they're bringing like a crime and punishment system.
Ew.
There's also, like, you can design your own ships.
Space Skyrim. How very modern. Speaking of modern
That's
things...
like saying Fallout 3 is Oblivion with guns.
It kind of is.
Yeah, except also just not at the same time.
It runs on the same engine.
Okay. So
They all do.
Red Dead Redemption 2 is GTA.
So, I want to point this out. If I ever had a chance to like pick a remaster for a game, if I could remaster GTA 5, I could fix it with 3 simple things.
You wouldn't need a remaster, just update it.
Well, kind of, yes. The things I'd want to remaster with GTA 5.
I also wouldn't want Rockstar to remaster it.
Listen!
Remember what happened to San Andreas?
I know. It will be different, though. It will be different. I want a GTA 5 with Red Dead ballistic systems, where if I shoot somebody in the head, it goes pop.
Okay.
Because it's really cool. Same with missiles and whatnot. That'd be awesome. I want to fix the pricing system in that game.
Alright,
Like,
you already lost Rockstar.
No, hear me out. Let's say like a fighter jet costs $100 million, like it does in real life. Probably even more than that. But the heist payouts are way more.
Okay.
Right? Now, vehicles. What if you actually had a system where to get vehicles that you want, you have to do like a mini heist for them? You already have like the import stuff set up in the game where you can do jobs for that. That'd be an awesome way to import that. Where you could just actually have to steal the vehicle, then you purchase the vehicle.
Do the mission to get
it. Yeah, but Rockstar's never going to do this, of course. But I can hope. I can hope.
Yeah, they're not going to let you get things for free.
No. And then I guess just fix, like, give every vehicle an ammo capacity. And I've talked to you about this often. Like, the best way to fix the Mark II would just be able to give it 4 rockets.
Oh, yeah.
That still makes it really powerful. It's a flying bike with 4 homing missiles.
And then, like, you got to go back to...
Yeah, and reload it.
Yeah.
That would go for everything. Like, in real life, the 18 Warthog, I think, can hold, like, sustained fire for, like, 12 seconds. Right?
Yeah.
So, that'd be cool. I'd be fine with that. They already nerfed all my planes into oblivion anyway, so... whatever.
Dang, didn't think they imported planes into oblivion.
Not like that, no. There you got dragons. Close enough. I know Oblivion doesn't have dragons. Never mind.
Yeah.
I don't know my Oblivion lore. My Skyrim lore.
It went into the gates of oblivion. Alright.
But, like I was saying, speaking of modern thing, I was trying to do a segue there, but, yeah, Facebook.
Oh, yeah. Wait, what about Facebook?
Not Facebook, the other thing. Twitter.
Dang, you're already, like, falling for Elon Musk propaganda.
Yeah,
I forgot what it's called. You know X.com, which is a horrible name for a website?
It sounds like something else.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Please continue, though.
Okay. It rhymes with corn.
Mm-hmm.
Now.
Yes.
It redirects you to Twitter. And I heard someone saying, like, I'm still going to call it Twitter or something on Twitter, and Elon Musk, like, responded.
Banned them.
Immediate ban. Sorry, buddy. Why, though? This dude has an obsession with that letter. It's not that great of a letter.
Yeah.
It's so generic for a name.
His son, his space business.
Like you went from, like, something that's now easily recognizable. When someone sees that bird logo, everyone knows it's Twitter. Everyone knows that. And then you're going to replace it with the most generic-looking thing ever.
So... historically, X, and as we talked about this on the phone briefly, has always meant experimental.
Or just 10.
Yeah. Experimental because, like, the military destination for everything. Like, the new gun the military came out with, like the XM whatever or another. It's called...
XM1.
No. Well, that's why it's called that in fall as well.
Yeah.
X, it just means experimental. So, like, if you ever see a brand new plane or something like that the military's going out with, the X whatever, it just means experimental. And if you're ever curious about, like, the naming conventions for the military, like especially with fighter jets or just jets in general, think of it like this: F means fighter, A means attack, C means cargo. So let's say you have an AC-130, it's an attack cargo plane.
Oh,
simple, and
yes.
it goes in order. So it's primarily an attack plane, but it's also a cargo plane.
Oh.
AC-130. Or like the FA-18, it's a fighter first and then an attack plane. It's simple.
Okay.
Makes sense. Now, in Elon's case, this is not an experimental thing.
Yeah, Twitter's been a well-established thing.
Unfortunately, Twitter has been a well-established thing.
So that means it goes to the secondary meaning.
10.
That means it's his 10th business
abomination.
Yeah.
Aren't they gonna fight? Is that an actual thing?
Who's gonna fight?
I thought Elon and Mark Zuckerberg were gonna fight.
I doubt that.
You even heard that?
I doubt the alien Mark Zuckerberg's gonna do anything. He'll compromise his position on Earth.
Elon versus... yeah, here.
I doubt it.
But they're gonna, like, box or something.
All Zuckerberg does is, like, sit and grow.
So, yeah, Elon Musk versus Mark Zuckerberg fight date, sorry. When is it? Why are they fighting? Battle of the Billionaires explained.
I doubt, like, on the day it happens, any of them show up.
I'm for a cage match as he is. X.
Of course, he replaced this stupid little profile with this new thing.
I would watch a fight between the two of them, though.
Do you really think that Mark would even fight? Is he trained?
Yeah, he is, actually. He does some, like, taekwondo something.
Oh. Then what does Elon do?
I think he's just taller than him. Honestly.
Well, if he's taller, then all Zuckerberg has to do is get really close.
Yeah.
That would make him in the most advantageous position.
Let me see. Ding style. Let's see.
I mean, like.
I mean, he's pretty tone actually.
Yeah.
For a billionaire, not identity theft, but data stealing, horrible being, he is kind of tone.
Okay, but let's be honest. Any social media, it's stealing your data.
Oh yeah, definitely. But I mean, he's been accused of it several times. And
accused? It's basically...
No, you're not accused. It's been confirmed.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of obvious though.
If
it's free, it's probably taking your data.
I bet you I could beat him in a fight.
Okay.
I really think so. I think you could beat him in a fight.
I think you say that about everyone, but...
No, I could not beat that dude in a fight. I could not beat that dude. The dude standing next to him, I could not beat in a fight. But Zuckerberg, I bet I could beat in a fight.
What about Jeff Bezos?
Let me look up Jeff Bezos. He'll order a hit squad in my house and kill me. Height. Let's see.
Not just his height, though.
I'm sorry, I only speak the right language. What is that in feet? What is that in feet? Man, I said
Just
feet.
convert... I don't even know why they do it in meters. They usually do it in centimeters.
Feet. So 1.71.
So...
0.71. He's 5'6". He's an old man. Yeah, I got that. I got that.
Well, I'm pretty sure... Doesn't he work out?
Let's see. What's his name again?
Jeff
Bezos. That's right. So shirtless, which is a thing I never thought I'd look up in my life.
Is that just a thing too that exists?
I mean,
don't know.
For an old man, yeah, he's pretty. Man, he's pretty. He definitely worked out when he was younger too, I'd say. Look at this. The Rock. And,
I was about to say The Rock just standing there.
The Rock and I forget this dude's name.
Dave.
No, that's not Dave. I love this bulletproof vest that doesn't protect his heart.
It just looks like, yeah. It just looks like a. That looks photoshopped. Like
we're looking at a picture of Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
It looks like
wearing
they
a
just
vest.
found 2 JPEGs of Dwayne.
This is not Dwayne though. This is the other guy on the set of Fast and Furious.
Oh, he just looks really
I
similar.
forget his name because I don't know.
I don't even like Fast and Furious.
No, it's a stupid show. They talk about the same nonsense over and over again.
Yeah, it's like it's nothing anymore.
Yeah, it's still profitable apparently.
In China, apparently, it really is because they made John China like do an apology about him calling Taiwan a country.
Oh yes, John China, my favorite actor.
Mhm. He's my favorite too.
I have some good news.
What?
My sister has started to watch Breaking Bad.
Dum.
We can now make jokes and talk to her about Breaking Bad.
Yeah,
She's on the 2nd season now.
Now, when we say the word Jesse 20 million times in a row, it makes sense.
She knew about the Walter meme when I first told her about it.
What, the stupid,
Walter.
Mike one? You don't even see Mike in the first season at all.
I think he's in the 3rd, right?
Yeah, he's kind of
Second or 3rd.
He's definitely not an early character.
No. And Better Call Saul is. He's like in the first 2 episodes.
Well, that's kind of it. That makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, what else we got to talk about, really? We're only 20 minutes in, and I'm kind of like already...
Don't say that now.
Oh, man. Give Landon a moment. He's pulling up his database. Is it data or data?
It's die.
Is it melon?
Do you say civilization or civilization?
Civilization.
I actually like saying civilization more.
I like what... I mean...
Now, let me ponder this for a second.
I'm thinking about how the AI say it in Civilization, the game. I'm pretty sure.
The AI?
Yeah, the AI. Because it's occasionally they'll say civilization. Like, your different advisors, like, to grow your civilization.
Oh, that dude?
Yeah. But there's 4 of them. They're your economic, spiritual...
Those are just things, right?
No. So, you have 4 advisors at the game. Like, an economist, militaristic guy... you can tell the ones I care about. I don't know the other 2. Cultural and spiritual, I think.
Yeah,
Or no, commerce. Money.
And then the priest.
Yes. I don't listen to the priest. Priests are boring.
Take that back.
You want to be a priest?
I mean,
I could see you being...
Clearly, the Catholic Church thinks so a lot. Every single time I go on YouTube, I see an ad for it.
You should go work as, like, a bishop.
Dang, I gotta, like, work my way up.
You do. You gotta, like, really read the Bible hard.
Why stop at bishop?
You should just go...
I should shoot for the stars and go cardinal.
Yeah.
And then pope.
How much does a bishop get paid? Do they get paid? How does this work?
Probably depends on the parish you're in. Not like Louisiana parish, but like...
Bishop, salary.
It's weird to think.
That is weird to think.
Do they get paid hourly?
The salary?
Yeah, just ask for indulgences. There you go.
How much is a bishop worth?
Worth? We're not selling them.
No. We sell people. Never mind.
We did once.
Yeah, we did.
Not us personally.
No, I did. This is a whole article about this. I'm not looking at it. How much? Let's see. The Pope's net worth.
Well,
$25 to $80 million.
I mean, technically, he owns a country, so
he does kind of own a country.
Well, he is the king, but I mean,
I don't know if that would fall.
He also is the leader of the biggest religious institution.
Well, can you really put a price on religion? Well, yeah, you can, but like, I mean.
Well, I mean, they get a lot of donations, so.
He doesn't really own the country. Well,
he does. He owns the Vatican. He's the king of it.
I guess that's true. That's weird.
He sits upon the Holy See.
They're just really boring magicians.
What?
they're just boring magicians.
They don't really do miracles.
No, they don't. They don't. What do they do?
They just do communion and all that jazz.
I think we brought this up before, but like that one biblical story about how like this guy was in front of like this Egyptian sorcerer or whatever, and he wanted to prove that Jesus was the better. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, you are.
And basically, what it came down to is who had the biggest snake.
Yeah, and
there's many interpretations of this story.
Oh yeah.
Especially considering the larger Christian snake devours the smaller Egyptian snake.
Take it as you will, folks.
Yes, take it as you will. I mean, you're the religious one here, Lynn. How do you explain this in modern terminology?
Well, you see, they just grab their snake.
Yes.
And it started to grow slowly.
Slowly. I mean, in the story, it's instant, man. And then eats the other one. So I
didn't think they were like instant, you know.
All right. Disregarding that.
Okay.
You have a question sheet here.
Yeah.
Read them because no one gave us any freaking questions to ask or answer.
I mean,
you people.
Let's see. Oh.
Next week we'll have topics because we're both going to see movies. I have watched Oppenheimer, and Len is going to go watch the Barbie movie.
Yes.
I think I probably would have enjoyed the Barbie movie more than Oppenheimer.
I'm pretty sure Barbie's supposed to be like more comedy.
Because, I'll be honest, the movie was good, but 3.5 hours long of anything is kind of like, I want to shoot myself.
You have to be really entertaining.
And
you watched The Irishman, so that's
I watched The Irishman several times. The Irishman is one of my favorite movies, though. It's really good. Have you found a good question for us yet?
I'm looking.
Are you that slow?
Yes, I'm slow.
Well, you get to edit the cuts out here, because I'm sending this to you again, because I have no time this week. I have to stay at work tomorrow till 7:30.
I like keeping the cuts in, though.
You do?
Yeah.
You can, well...
It feels more natural.
Let us know in the comments below.
Braden. Just Braden.
Just Braden. You're right.
He's the only one who comments nowadays.
What do you think happened to Afia?
Got tired of our nonsense.
That's probably it. Let's see. Did she delete her not her comments?
Her comments. Every single video she's ever been a part of.
Pizza Pirate.
You like his profile picture? I hope he'll pick it out.
It's pretty decent, actually. For him.
Let's see.
Let me see.
What career did you say you wanted to be when you were a child?
I wanted to be a marine biologist. I wanted to be a therapist. And then, man, I don't know. Then I wanted to be a marine. So I kind of knocked the biologist part off, and I just wanted to shoot people.
Well, you see, I was like every kid who always said I wanted to be a astronaut.
I don't think I had the astronaut phase. I think I wanted to just swim with the fish.
I wanted to be a dinosaur hunter.
Yeah, dinosaur hunter. No, I wanted
Not just the bones, a real living thing.
Unfortunately, they're all dead, Landon.
What about the chicken?
The chicken doesn't count.
Yeah, it does. It's related.
It barely counts. Don't kid yourself about the chicken. It is not really.
Okay, I'm prideful about the chicken. All right.
Weren't you born in the year of the chicken?
Yeah, the rooster actually. So.
I thought I was born in the year of the rat, but
No,
I was
you're
lied to.
You're a monkey, actually.
Can you say that with a little bit like more of a vile and venomous tone?
You're a monkey. Get out.
Thank you. You gonna leave that in?
Yeah, of course.
By the way, I am black, so.
I actually stopped myself from saying a messed up joke.
When?
In one episode with 19.5. I don't know what Braden was. Something. I almost made like some Holocaust joke or something. I was close to it and I stopped myself.
I will say for the last episode, you forgot to edit something out.
What? What did we say?
You said my full name.
Did I actually?
Yeah.
When?
You didn't edit it out.
I think I've just said Kyle.
Junior?
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't edit it out.
What's wrong with saying?
Well, it narrows
that?
it down.
Huh?
Narrows it down, man.
Oh, they're really gonna.
Yep. Our 12 consistent viewers are gonna hunt me down and kill me.
I was actually worried. I just said like your full name one
No.
during it.
You said Kyle. That's a joke. You didn't actually have to cut it out.
Okay, let's see.
Well, I got a funny story as well. I had a Karen.
Huh.
Dude,
wow, literally the week after I had a Karen.
You want to hear my
experience?
Karen story?
Sure.
Sure. So this lady.
I hate Karen so much.
She came up to
and
the drive
ones
up
are bad too.
to do a loan payment, right?
Yes.
So she sent $200 with the tube, right?
Okay.
Her loan payment was $300 and something, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is all in Minecraft too, so this isn't like talking about financial. Like, this is all fake, of course. So none of this actually happened. Wink, wink. I mean, no, two winks, so it's negative, whatever. The loan payment was for like $350, right? She sent $200. No partial payment, and there were no funds in her account. Even it was like in the negative by some margin.
Wow.
Oh no. With that said, when I went to do when I went to look up her account and I saw that was in the negative, policy is like we gotta clear the negative before we can do a loan payment.
Mm-hmm.
And both of these things were already behind. So I told her, okay, well, we're going to put this in your checking to clear the negative up. And she freaked out. Like, no, I got to get that loan payment. And I told her, man, even if I could put this into the loan directly, you're still going to be behind by $100 and something. And, like, I went to go speak to my manager. In the meanwhile, she drove around and walked in. She ran to the lobby yelling. So I walked out there and I confronted her. I just stood, like, in front of her. And she started screaming in my face and was like, I literally just said, okay. And I went back to my manager. And that made her so mad, me not, like, showing a little too bit of emotion.
Okay, sorry, it's just policy.
So we applied directly to the loan as requested, but I had to make sure first. I was just doing my due diligence. And we left, like, 3 notes in our account, and we blocked her from using things. Because, technically speaking, that is harassment, and we can just do that. So.
I hate it when people, like, go full force on, like, just some normal employee.
But basically, you do have someone's full social security number, so you could literally file a death certificate under their name.
Oh.
So if they ever get pulled over, they're just screwed. Because, sir, you're legally dead.
Dang.
It's kind of neat. You in a bank with us?
But, like... well, hopefully that's not abused ever.
I hope not, because I don't like some of the people who bank with us, but I would never, like, file a death certificate under their name. That'd be illegal.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Just a bit. And what is your question for us?
When you're like an old fart, what would you tell children? Like, what stories would you tell them?
I would make things up.
Exactly.
All the time.
When I was your age, I fought 30 death claws at once.
No, not like that. No more Fallout. I would like.
I was your age. I fought 30 men and.
You know what I do? I would tell them lies about their parents.
Dang, make them like really question.
Exactly. I'd be like, Sonny, did you know your mom was once engaged to the mailman? And then, like, the kid goes to his dad, like, Mom was with the mailman? And
then you break the whole marriage.
Yeah, exactly.
You're actually just a horrible person. But I guess since you're old, there is no consequence.
No, I'm going to be dead soon anyway. It don't matter to me.
You know, when I'm old, I'm going to tell people the stories. Actually, what is, like, some extreme goofy troll that you do.
Like, actually? Like, nowadays?
Well, I mean, as a meme as well, if you...
You mean like in real life? Trolls that I do? A little bit of trolling?
I mean, you could just say some meme thing. I really don't care.
A little bit of tomfoolery?
Yeah, when I'm gonna... As soon as I get old enough, I'm gonna buy a car in South Korea and run straight into the DMZ.
Speaking of that...
What?
You heard of that?
Heard
a
about
U.S.
what?
soldier... I think it was... I don't know if it was a soldier or a Marine, but they just deserted into the DMZ.
Why?
Give me a moment. Fill there for a second.
Why would they do that exactly? Do they just really want to desert to North Korea? I mean, I knew there were actually deserters who went to North Korea. I mean, I guess they got treated better than the average citizen.
Is this the most recent one? Yes, it is. Okay, so...
What is the demilitarized zone?
Big line, do not cross, doom.
Basically.
Bad.
Where they're, funnily, it's the demilitarized zone.
It's a very ironic name, yes.
Yeah.
The demilitarized zone, one of the most fiercely defended areas in the entire world.
One of the most militarized areas, yeah.
Yeah. So, I'm trying to find this guy's name.
Didn't we just see it? Travis King or something?
Travis King? Yeah, Travis King. I'm trying to see if he was a soldier or Marine, but essentially, I think he was already having some trouble. He was being reprimanded in our military. I'm pretty sure, not to spread fake information, but this is what I've heard. He was already getting in trouble with our military for something or another. Nothing serious, I don't think. Maybe he was reprimanded, but then he just dipped in North Korea.
That's an extreme response.
So it was probably just a mental break that is going to cause him a lot of issues.
Now, what if North Korea greets him with open arms?
Well, they did that before.
Yeah, with old U.S.
Yeah.
And they were used for propaganda.
They were.
But they did get treated way better. I mean, I think they got, free wives.
Yeah, they got literal royal treatment.
Because they were just a good propaganda piece.
I wonder if I were to dip to North Korea, would I get treated like a king?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure, in North Korea, their head of, foreign affairs or something is, a white dude.
That's hilarious. Well, I feel like the strat for defecting would be to learn Korean. Right? Actually, I think there is a slightly different dialect between South and North Korea, isn't there?
Yeah, it's like that in, every nation, especially big ones, there's always some dialect difference. In Vietnam, there's North and South dialect difference.
Do you think that with the understanding of South Korean, you could understand most North Korean?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not going to be that different. I mean,
kind of like a tone thing, you think?
I'm sure, it's still understandable. It's just that, it's probably the difference between, say, British English and U.S. English. Yeah, you understand what they're saying. They'll just say some weird words sometimes.
Okay. So, yeah, different, more, what's the word? Unofficial phrases.
Yeah.
So, I guess the strat would be to learn South or Korean to the best of your abilities. Have something of value to give to the North Korean man.
Yeah, yourself.
Not just yourself, because that sounds really weird. But I mean, steal as much information here as you could, and then just cross the border. Right?
This is all theoretical
in
Minecraft.
I'm not suggesting you do this, but if you do it, you might become a king.
Or you might just be a poor person.
Or get shot. That's also a possibility.
Yeah, what even happened to him? I mean, I doubt we really know.
I think he was... I'm sure we do know. I'm sure we have spies in North Korea and have drones. But I think he was taken captive.
Oh.
And
what else are you supposed to do?
Maybe in 20 years he'll be released, just as a broken man. And,
I mean, what do you expect, to be honest? You're just crossing into a nation in general.
You are crossing into pretty much the sequel for Far Cry 6. Maybe that's his plan.
He wants to be the next eternal dictator, actually.
Yeah.
And he wants to be the king, so he can be called King.
Well, he's certainly a unique specimen compared to the rest of the Koreans there. I don't know how that's gonna go for him. Yeah.
Or you just will be thrown into a camp.
Like a detention center?
Yeah. He actually becomes the first president of the North Korean Republic.
Man, it'll be interesting. I don't think it's going to end well for him, to be completely honest.
Well, yeah, if we're thinking from a realistic point of view, it's just he's a U.S. soldier who just crossed across the DMZ.
I think there's only two ways this goes: either really well or really bad.
Yeah, there's no. Oh, okay, guys, here you go.
I don't mean to be that guy, but he doesn't look stupid. He doesn't look that dumb. But looks are deceiving. Maybe he's really stupid. Let me see what his ASVAB scores are. You know, one of the parts in the ASVAB is, I think it's probably about shape comprehension.
Dang.
Sir, do you know what a square is?
Oh, yeah. Doesn't it have 3 sides and that's it?
To the infantry with you.
I like how our dumb voice is just a southern accent.
Which is ironic because we're from the south.
Yeah.
You know that scene in Forrest Gump? Well, because, you know, Forrest Gump, he's pretty, what's the word I'm looking for?
Are you talking about Bubba?
Not Bubba, but his whole battalion.
Oh.
There's historical significance for that, because people might question why were they allowed to go into the war, right? Being mentally deficient.
Mm-hmm.
In Vietnam, and you might know this historically too, there were special battalions and training battalions that were given shortened, actual boot camp.
Uh-huh.
They got to the field faster, and they drafted only people who were like below a certain IQ threshold, a certain ASVAB score.
Oh.
So they would put them in less desirable roles. You know, our government's not the best. But yeah, that's how Forrest Gump would have realistically been enlisted. The more you know.
Dang.
I really like the drill instructor from Forrest. Wait, is he in the Marines or Army?
He's in the Army.
Oh, so he'd be a drill sergeant. The drill sergeant from Forrest Gump.
Yeah, they all say yes, drill sergeant, right? That's what they say.
Give me a second.
I think they specifically say drill sergeant over and over again.
Gump in the...
Because I specifically remember Forrest Gump saying, yes, drill sergeant.
Oh, yeah, Army. Okay.
Yeah. And then there's Bubba. And then Lieutenant Dan.
Lieutenant Dan got his legs blown off.
Unfortunately.
Was it by a mortar, an IED, or like grenade? What was it? I think it was a mortar.
Yeah, I think it was just a mortar.
Just a mortar.
Just a mortar. Nothing too serious there.
Just a minor case of the mortar.
I mean, at least he didn't die like Bubba.
What happened to Bubba?
He died.
From what?
The Vietnamese attack.
Which one? The mortar?
The first one, where like they were shooting and like there was a bunch of mortars.
What's mortars again?
I think there was only one attack in the whole movie.
I don't remember.
And then he immediately goes back home.
I remember them running. It's been a while since I watched Forrest Gump. It's like a 3-hour long movie, isn't it?
It's kind of long, but it's a really entertaining long movie.
Yeah. I'm not gonna watch Forrest Gump again for a long time. It's a good movie, but
it's a good movie, but like I mean, it's like American tradition to watch it like 20 million times.
It's weird to me that I'm fine with sitting and watching like Better Call Saul, because we're doing that right now, but I'm not gonna watch Forrest Gump. Even though every episode of Better Call Saul is like an hour long.
Dang.
So, my sister Kaylee, she's watching, and I already mentioned this, she's watching Breaking Bad now. Now, I've watched Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, and El Camino. I have not watched Sleeping Jimmy yet, and I don't intend on doing so. I don't think it's canon to the overall plot. With the trifecta of the Breaking Bad cinematic universe, I'm pretty well versed. Landon has not watched Better Call Saul.
No.
Because he's weird.
I don't really like watching shows, I'll be honest. In general.
Watch, this is an hour and a half long recap of the entire show on YouTube. You can watch, and then we can talk about it.
Okay. But, like, I just generally don't like watching shows too often.
Man. I know, but it's a really good show. And you've already watched Breaking Bad. You need to know what happens.
Yeah, well, I already know everything that happens in Breaking Bad.
But you don't know what happens in Better Call Saul?
Yeah, but is that integral to learn Breaking Bad?
Well, why do you need to learn more about Breaking Bad? Why not learn about this other... It's the same universe, but it's more exploration of one of our favorite characters.
Yeah, but...
The character that, mind you, I think, was it you or me who scored a personality test on the podcast? I think I was Sleeping Jimmy. You were Gus.
Yeah. I don't think I was Gus.
You were Gus.
I think I got Walter White, actually.
You
is arguably worse.
No, Gus is way worse than Walter.
Okay, well, he's like literally worse, but like to watch.
Yeah.
You hated Walt a lot.
Well, towards the very end, yeah.
Yeah. Wait, you kind of had a redemption arc at the end.
You need to watch Better Call Saul so you can become accustomed to Lalo Salamanca, my new favorite character in the cinematic universe. He's so cool. He's like a mix between Tuco, Hector, like all the cartel guys. He rolled into one.
I'm sure I'd enjoy it, but like I just don't watch it. The only shows I've ever really watched all the way, like sitting down, turning it on, and watching from season 1 to the end, is The Office and Breaking Bad.
We've watched The Office too many times.
I've only watched it like twice.
I've watched The Office
You
many times.
used to watch it literally every morning.
Because it was always on. Like, it wasn't even me who put it on. It was always on.
Well, because what we do is, and this is when I used to sleep over at his house a good bit of the time, we'd wake up, eat breakfast, and watch The Office. I was like...
It kind of workout while watching The Office.
I don't really remember working out.
Maybe we didn't work out at that time.
Maybe you did, but I didn't. It took me a while to...
One day, Layers came to me, I think after school, and was like, hey, can we work out? Like, yes. I was so happy.
Huh? Oh, yeah.
I was so happy for you when you said yes.
Yeah, that was like... Because you kept trying to get me to do it. So then I thought about it, and I was like, yeah, sure.
It's healthy. And you definitely put on some muscle, man. I'm poking his bicep right now. He just pointed at me. He's very upset with me. I made him awkward.
Yeah.
But working out is good for you. You should everyone should work out.
Or at least, like, eat healthy.
Listen to David Goggins.
I don't know who that is.
That's the guy who's like, who's going to carry the boats?
I still don't know who that
Who's
is.
going to carry the boats?
I don't know his quote either.
He's this former Navy SEAL who ran... He's the guy who ran a bunch of marathons while having partial kidney failure. He's pretty nuts. I'll show you a clip from him later if I remember, but I probably won't.
Have you been seeing that one random okay, that one lady who's a meme?
There's a lot of women who are memes.
Really large lady.
The one on the plane?
No. She wears a pink outfit.
Show me a picture.
I have no idea what her
lady
name
in
is.
pink outfit meme.
Well, it's weird to explain. They keep putting in some weird Star Wars alien. That's not useful.
Okay, is she large?
Yes, really, obese. No. Okay. Okay.
Not what's his name?
We're not laughing at our real person. We're laughing at.
What's his name?
I don't even.
God, Jack Horner. That's his name.
Oh yeah, I bet we're gonna actually find her from this. I don't know. I keep seeing her pop up. She called herself a 10.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Okay, so you know.
She's like the podcast thing.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
yeah.
And all the dudes laughed immediately.
Good. It's not healthy.
The dudes were like, "Are you being serious?" It's just like.
She looks at the end result from an avalanche and the snowball rolling.
And I always see edits of people changing her voice to be some
ogre.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're not making fun of fat people, but to be fat and then also call yourself attractive is just wrong. I was fat once. I had the pass. The fat pass. And I can say without doubt, being fat is bad. Do you agree?
Yes. Well, obviously to a certain extent.
Yeah, don't be...
Just like how being extremely muscular is also not
good.
Don't
be at 2% body fat and call yourself healthy either, because no, you're not healthy.
You're not healthy at all.
You're dying of dehydration actively. You have 30 minutes.
And I'm pretty sure people who are even that... I've heard people who are that muscular, they could barely actually move.
Yeah, that Noel Diaz guy.
Yeah.
He has some heart problems, I'm pretty sure.
Or not even running or anything like that. Literally just being able to physically turn and stuff is painful. Which at that point is unless they have extreme case of body dysmorphia or something, I don't know.
Yeah. My thing is just be comfortable with your own skin, unless your skin is, That sounded really bad. That sounded really bad. That sounded really bad.
It was a joke. There you go.
Be comfortable with yourself, but recognize a problem if you have a problem. That's my tidbit.
Yeah.
And I think that's fair to say. What else have we not spoken about? Have I told you about the 3,000 internal ready reserve troops that were activated.
Activated? You make it sound like they were robots.
Well, that's the terminology.
Oh, I know.
That's the official documents terminology.
I know, but it's funny. They've been activated. I just imagine a dark room and just like a bunch of lights
like
turning
red
on.
lights turning on in a row. Like
yeah.
Well, Mr. Joey Biden, he activated 3,000 internal ready reserve forces, which basically just it doesn't mean anything. It means something, but I don't know what it means yet. It's all part of this operation, something or another that does involve Europe. And with current world events, it is a little worrying, but I don't know, man. We'll see what happens with it.
I guess this kind of works to what you said. I don't know. I feel like there's a bunch of fear mongering.
Yeah, there's
YouTube. Definitely a lot of people
Yeah.
over exaggerating, saying the world's gonna end, guys, like really soon and stuff.
I don't think it will. I hope, but I don't think it will.
Like, I think it's a kind of exaggerate. Like some dude. I actually used to watch him too, but then I kind of realized how stupid he was. I used to watch him for alternate history videos, and then he just went to geopolitics, and then
Which YouTuber?
some dude called What If Alt Hist or whatever.
Oh.
I used to watch him for just alternate history videos, but then after he stopped, but after he stopped doing those and he started just doing geopolitic videos, I was like, bro, you are so biased in these videos.
I think fear mongering is definitely wrong, but at the same time, I think I gotta recognize like certain things. The activation of 3,000 reserve forces might not seem like a big deal, but that's 3,000 people that would have been doing like civilian things otherwise. These are like when you see reservists, it's like depending on what kind of reservists they are, but this kind of reservist is like they're at home just chilling.
Yeah.
And they go on to like weekend drills and whatnot. To have 3,000 of them activated like that is kind of a big deal.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying it's like nothing or anything, but people are blowing like modern stuff way out of proportion.
When the coup was happening, or the potential coup where Wagner was bum rushing towards Moscow,
yeah,
that was also kind of worrying because I thought like, hey, maybe they might be overthrowing the government, which would have been really cool. That would have been pretty epic to see.
Though I would have kind of doubt they
would get that far.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, yeah, I don't think they. I mean, they're pretty good, but
I mean, they would have caused some discourse, but
the other thing that's weird to me is how Russia is deploying like special ops troops. I just throw this out there. So generally, special ops forces, you look at them as a scalpel, right? Well, maybe like the rest of the army is a kitchen knife or a hammer, right? They're a blunt force instrument. They go in, they push towards an area, they secure the area, they hold the area down.
Uh-huh.
With special forces, though, they go in behind that area to where the enemy's blunt force instrument is holding that area, kill one or two guys, maybe rescue a few people, whatever. Do some sneaky stuff, and then get out.
Yeah.
Russia's deploying them as standard infantry, though.
Mm.
They're turning their scalpel into a blunt force instrument. And they're dying because of this. So you're
kind of a waste.
It's like
talent.
It's like using a queen as a pawn, and it sounds really messed up, but that's kind of how you got to look at this stuff.
Or I guess using a Navy SEAL and send them straight to like a trench or something.
Yeah, it's like using a Navy SEAL in a trench. Exactly. It's just not. It's the wrong tool. I mean, that specific individual, like let's say the Navy SEAL, for instance, it has all the skills in the world, and it can fight in this environment, but it can also do so much more.
Yeah.
It's like using a tank as a can opener. Like, it's...
I don't even think any contents will be
Yeah, here's what there's this gun, I think it's the Galil that has it. It can open beer cans.
That's a very...
specific niche thing.
Yeah.
But, imagine, like, your only beer can opener or beer bottle opener was the Galil. It's the wrong tool, but it can do the job.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a waste. That's kind of how we're looking at this.
Yeah. I mean... at least from what I heard, I guess like Ukraine's like pushing a few times. Front lines changed.
And we're sending more and more aid packages over there, so I mean they seem to be winning.
Yeah.
Which is just crazy to think about how that small little country is fighting the supposed industrial giant that is Russia.
Yeah. Russia kind of fell off after...
You can't say the country fell off.
They fell off after the Soviet Union fell. They fell off.
They fell off.
Well, their population's like on a huge decline.
Well, yeah, all their you know,
A lot of
a lot of young males are now in pieces.
Well, that's like making it worse, but a lot of them were already leaving.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I mean they have a shrinking population. When an island has a higher population than your whole country, it's kind of sad.
Yeah.
Granted, the island has a huge population anyway, but
I don't feel like Russia is inherently inept because they've proven in the past that they can do things and they do have war fighting capabilities.
yeah, but I mean they've also had blunders too.
Oh yeah, definitely, without a doubt, and as with every country. But I think the issue with Russia as a whole is that, for one, it's a very corrupt nation.
Yeah.
People who were supposed to be receiving military shipments have been diverting that money to like privatized interests, like ginormous yachts, tank manufacturing, like the rubber blowout. So, you know, a blowout rack on a tank is basically, well, not a blowout rack, but a I forget what they're called, but the armor plating Russian tanks use, and so are some of the tanks that the UN uses, or like the more Western powers use. When you hit like the side thing of this tank, rather than just going through it, this little outside thing has kinetic explosives inside. So when they get hit by the projectile, they explode. Okay. So it kind of tries to bounce the projectile back, right, or slow it down, so it doesn't penetrate the tank. Those things weren't really there after the first initial invasion. They were just replaced by pure pieces of rubber.
Oh.
So where'd all that funding go? Russia is being ran like a mob. And
yeah, very, very corrupt.
All the while, we are pumping so many tax dollars into Ukraine. I'm really hoping the war goes on enough for us to see the Abrams, like, just smoke some dudes. I don't want to be that guy, but, like, the Abrams have been fighting a bunch of random people wearing, you know, I'm not going to make that joke. A bunch of people running around with, like, old Soviet-era AKs, so I kind of want to see him smoke some tanks, too. It'd be kind of neat.
Yeah, might as well, like, send in the full, like...
Oh, yeah. Ukraine will be great for weapons development. This is a great time for us to field test things. And it might sound really demented, but yeah, look at the positives. Lockheed is very pleased.
Something, military-industrial complex.
Something, it's really cool.
Well, basically, it's not doubt it's even called a theory or anything. Basically, the United States, it's the military-industrial complex. It's just that there's something where the United States always wants to go to war because politicians and companies profit a lot from it.
Yeah. Which is a real shame.
Actually, wars are one of the few bipartisan things where that means both parties agree on it.
Which is, again, a real shame because, I mean, in any situation where you make pieces of people, it's not really a good thing.
Yeah.
And how about this? For every politician that supports the going to war, we send one of their grandchildren.
Yeah, then it makes them... But then they'll be like, oh, well, you're going to obstruct by... Or, you know that, I'm sure you've heard of it. Like, some dude wanted to show the president, like, the weight of pushing the button for a nuke or whatever.
Yeah.
So, he's like, an innocent dude is holding a button, and he has to kill the dude, the president.
Oh, yeah, I've heard about that, yeah. Wasn't it with, like, a knife or something?
I don't know. I mean, even if it's with a gun, it's still, like, you're doing it yourself to an innocent person.
And that was portrayed in Oppenheimer, too, actually.
Really?
Yeah. Like, the president called him a crybaby when Oppenheimer expressed his dissatisfaction with, you know, vaporizing people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the point of the experiment... By the way, they didn't allow it because,
disrupt his judgment.
Yeah, that's the exact reason.
Oh.
And that was kind of the point of the experiment.
Now, we are YouTubers, so I could say other YouTubers. Ooh. Like Kugazard or whatever his name is.
Alright,
yeah, other my colleagues.
Okay, maybe make the ego go down a bit.
my colleague at YouTube, Kugazard, with 16.6 million subscribers. We're pretty close behind.
Yeah, me and the Rummy Gaming channel. We know each other very much.
We're like this. And they had a video talking about, like, the only way to stop all nuclear wars to get rid of all nukes. I don't think that'd work. Because
the way to stop nuclear war, don't have nukes.
that's in the same idea as to how to stop gun violence is to get rid of all the guns. It's not going to work. Because people are still going to keep them.
Well, I mean, in the case of nukes, it's not like a private dude's gonna own a nuke.
Well, maybe.
I really hope that does not become reality ever.
I hope not either, but it's possible.
Because, okay, like space, okay. Space privatization, fine. But nukes, like, that's a bit much. No normal human should just own that.
Under my Second Amendment right.
Oh,
I can go to the ATF trying to register the destructive device as a small nuclear warhead.
well, according to your Second Amendment, if I stretch it a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, you see, I need it for the militia for me.
Sir, it's you in your backyard. Why do you need this 18 kiloton tactical nuclear warhead?
We're stopping the robbers coming on my property, that's what.
Sir, the town you live in would be ruined.
Well, at least we'll get rid of the robbers.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I was feeling threatened.
Don't worry, I have my own bunker.
But my point is, you really think America would get rid of all of its nuclear weapons?
No.
No. You think any country would really get rid of all of it? No.
Not unless everyone else does.
And even if that was the case, I don't think America would. We would definitely not. The CIA has done worse things.
Yeah, I mean, there were agreements signed to lessen the amount or stop creating more.
Yeah. Which I don't think that's being followed. Because, you know.
I mean, we will get rid of nukes, though. Like, you know, if it's from some, like, weaker nation. Then...
Oh, yeah, definitely. We'll invade their country over that. Even the presumption of nukes being there. No actual evidence.
Ukraine used to have nukes.
Yeah.
Because the Soviet Union built.
Could you imagine if they still had some?
Oh, that'd be awful.
You know how hot this war would be? I mean, not like in the sexy sense, but like literal, like, it would get really hot.
But, like, I think they made, like, an agreement to just dismantle them.
Yeah.
Well, to be honest, that was probably the smart decision because they had no skilled engineers to keep them maintained in the first place.
Just hit with a hammer till it goes off.
But, yeah, I think the United States helped dismantle a lot of them. And, like, part of the agreement was, at least from what I heard, to actually, like, guarantee their independence or something.
It is weird to think that, well, officially anyway, Russia has more nukes than we do.
Yeah, but most of theirs are more outdated.
Exactly. And that's, again, officially. Right?
Yeah.
Because how many things are kept unofficial? Aside from that, maybe nukes aren't even the worst weapon anymore. Maybe there's something greater that just is redacted beyond belief, you know?
Yeah, but they're still pretty horrible.
Oh yeah, well definitely. And they're a weapon of all-out war. And all-out war is an actual terminology, by the way. It means that victory regardless of anything else. So that means targeting civilian structures,
Yeah.
getting rid of the will to fight.
Are you really winning if you blow up everything you're trying to take over?
I don't think at that point it's about taking over. I think it's just about making the other guy lose.
Yeah, but now you just have a ruined thing that now you kind of have to... Like, where are you getting?
Who's going to enforce it if you kill everybody? I guess that's kind of the mentality.
Yeah, and now you gotta pick up the pieces.
I don't reckon... I mean, at first I really did think we were going to see nuclear weapons being used in Ukraine and Russia. And I think there's still a chance of maybe Russia deploying one. But I feel like the fear of retaliation from other countries is too great for them to do that.
Yeah, I mean, mad.
Yeah. Because even if Ukraine isn't technically part of... what was the UN?
NATO.
Yeah, NATO.
Well, I think like everyone is part of the... Every officially recognized country is part of the UN.
But not part of NATO yet. With that being said, I don't know if it would like direct... But I know Biden has like said if the use of nuclear weapons happen, then we're getting involved in a more official capacity. But I don't know if that would actually happen. Because the whole thing is just escalation, then a sudden stop of existence. Like, it...
Wow. Cold War be like...
It kind of just sucks.
Escalation, and then... Like, stop.
Like, I don't like modern society, but I don't like it to the point of, you know, vaporizing everyone. That'd be kind of bad. We live in a society where gamers don't rule the world. You ever had a Joker moment before?
No.
You've never had a society moment?
No. I've never been there. The closest I've been is liking Frank Sinatra's "That's Life" song. And I still like it, so.
Oh no, that's life.
Just because it's a good song.
Yeah, not because you're a Joker wannabe.
You just see me the next day with the full like makeup.
Makeup.
I like took the Joker laughing gas or whatever. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
I don't even know where to go from there, man. That's a pretty decent topic of complete nuclear destruction and the Joker laughing gas.
I guess we were like having a presidential election this year. That's
right.
Totally something.
You think Biden's gonna? Well, I reckon he's probably gonna run again.
Yeah, he is.
Think he's gonna win?
Do you think he's gonna be the Democrat nominee? Maybe.
I don't think he's gonna win. I think this is usually how it goes. It's either shot between Republican and Democratic because they do a bad job,
and then they get the other dude.
And like he did a bad job. And then,
yeah, that's usually how it seems to go.
Yeah. Because
what? Who was after Bush? Then it was Obama, and he's Democrat. So then after Obama, they went to Trump.
Trump and then Biden.
Yeah. So basically, it's like we're gonna keep blaming the president for every single problem.
I don't think they've done. I don't know. I don't know. It's politics is so useless. I don't even care.
I'm not like a great fan of Biden or anything, but strictly blaming just the president for everything.
Yeah, it's wrong.
It's not like he has control over all the economy and stuff.
He kind of got a bad hand to begin with.
Yeah,
and people, then there was kind of this thing called a pandemic.
People act like Trump would have magically made the nation 10 times better or something. Wait a minute.
The pandemic started in
2020.
2020.
And that's the year he...
Well, yeah, that's right. Man, that's crazy. I was thinking about that. Wow.
Yeah, year he became president.
I was in... We've talked about this so many times. I think I was in sophomore when COVID started.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I managed to pass my math class. Because COVID.
Yeah.
It's, COVID must have... COVID either, really helped your grades because you cheated or really ruined your grades because you were actually studying.
Me.
It ruined your grades?
It did, initially.
I had the best grades in my life, Landon.
It's actually partially because I didn't actually know what I was supposed to turn in half the time.
Oh, yeah, that's...
The teachers were really bad at communicating.
They were.
Especially my stupid English teacher. Really hated her.
Which one?
Miss Andrews.
Oh.
You know who she is.
Miss Andrews is a witch.
Yeah, I always assumed she hated me. Every time she ever even talked to me, she always seemed rude.
She
just did not like me.
That's the freshman English teacher, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you take AP or you take regular?
Me? I took AP Lang in junior year.
Okay, I was wondering if you had multiple classes with Andrews.
No, she does AP.
I thought she did. I could be wrong.
Miss Ambrose does.
Ambrose is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
She's really cool.
She just gives a lot of work. That's the only real complaint.
She framed a letter I wrote to her.
Oh.
I made her.
I don't think I see it.
Oh, I don't know. See, I think she kept her house. I bet she shredded it. It was one of the two.
I really hated this student.
She liked me, I thought. I had a so yeah, Andrews, she sucked.
Yeah.
She let our to what was it, To Kill a Mockingbird or whatever?
Mhm. Yeah, that book. That book is legitimately I'm actually not. It's a pretty good book.
It's pretty decent. I think most of the books, Beowulf is just metal, because it's just this dude who's ripped, just killing things, and that's pretty cool. Because I'm a simple man.
Yeah.
I think my favorite book though, and I don't remember the name because it's a short story, not a book, but I told you this too. It's this dude walking through. You can ask Miss Ambrose if you don't mind. If you see her again, what's this book about? But it's this dude walking through a desolated city. Not a dude. It's just the description of the environment. It's you're following this destruction of a city, and you're in this automated house, and the dog is starving to death because the automated feeder had run out of food. But the house is still talking to it because it's a smart house.
Mm-hmm.
It's this house has been out of food for, and it says the days, and something terrible happened. You don't know what it is, but it's a really cool story, and it's probably why I like Fallout so much. I played Fallout before that.
Dystopian.
Yeah, dystopians are really cool.
sometimes, if done right.
If done right.
Because I mean, when someone... Dystopia can come in many ways. Dystopia could be a facade of a utopia.
Ooh, that's good. That's deep, bro.
Yeah.
That's really deep.
Yeah.
You know, you're so... The way you say things is just so great, man.
I'm very elegant.
You're very poetic. You're very elegant. Ah, yes.
I'm like the Bard, Part 2. Shakespeare, that is. Because that's his nickname.
Mm-hmm. Did we read... Yeah, we read some Shakespeare, too. Because we read Hamlet.
Yeah. I actually do not know that much Shakespeare. I think I kind of read one. Well, I kind of forgot the book or the play name. But it was basically a love square.
I love what?
Square.
Yeah.
So...
Hamlet's a bitch.
I don't know. I like barely know anything about Macbeth. I only know the milk of human kindness because of...
Don't say the game's name. Don't say the game's name.
Because of a certain green guy.
From a certain Fallout game.
From a certain mutant.
Bethesda title. Yes. I didn't like Hamlet, though. We had to read out loud.
Oh.
And I got picked on to be, like, the ghost of Hamlet's dad. So...
Ghost of Christmas Past.
Yes. So I actually had... Freaking Richards made me actually sound like a ghost.
Are you being serious?
Yeah, so I was like in the class.
So did you like read normally and then he said...
Yeah, he's like, you gotta sound like a ghost. He said, like, you gotta sound like a ghost under the format, because that's where the ghost was like, Hamlet. In the front of everyone.
Oh my god, he just hated you or something.
It was fine, because I had friends in that
Then
class.
he made like dudes play women characters.
Yeah, all sorts of stuff.
Did he actually do that?
Yeah, he did.
Just joking. Oh.
No. And, well...
Made him make a woman voice.
Yes.
He did? Yes. God.
But that wasn't the worst part. It was definitely... The worst thing to read out loud was To Kill a Mockingbird. Because of the use of certain words starting with N. But our group didn't have a problem with that. And in fact, we thought it was pretty funny. Do you think that
high school humor be like...
Well, high school humor is pretty stupid.
The thing, the N-word in a book that's meant to tell you that it's not really...
I think the reason it's funny is pretty obvious. It's just the fact that you're not meant to say it and then get to say it out loud in front of 30 people. That's pretty comical.
I guess. I don't know. I mean, I used to think it was kind of funny, but then, like most people, I don't really find it super funny.
The funniest thing to happen in high school was that chain of events that one day. That there was like... The kid fell over with his backpack. He just fell straight back. Remember that? We're sitting at the table during lunch. All sitting around in the circle.
About the spider incident?
Yes, the spider incident.
Yeah.
So this kid just... What happened first? The spider or the kid falling?
The spider.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
There's a spider on my leg, so I fall out of my chair because I didn't like spiders. And I was like... I yelled, and I don't mean... But I was like that guy. You know, I was that guy, but that guy is still terrified of spiders, so I fell out of my chair. And this other dude, after I'm recovering, just falls over backwards. Like
I don't know. I just remember.
He just fell over straight backwards. I'll do his freaking
He fell,
back.
but like he ran in place for like he was like a cartoon character, like running in place for like 5 seconds straight and then falling.
It's one of those things where not one individual thing was funny, but the culmination of the events made us not stop laughing for like 5 minutes.
It was like an IRL YouTube poop.
It was pretty bad. And... Man, high school was so stupid. I do find myself reminiscing occasionally, though, about just being in an environment where me and my friends could do things consequence-free.
Yeah.
Because if I did the things that I was in high school now, I'd be in jail.
Now I have to live with the consequences.
Yeah, now I have a job. You know? I gotta deal with irate women. And
you what? Women?
I have to deal with irate women.
Oh, okay.
What do you think I said?
Oh, I don't know.
What do you think I said?
I don't know what you said.
Okay. Like, in high school, the ongoing joke was that I hated women.
That was a joke, by the way.
It was a joke. But I don't think I ever really hated women. Do you think I was misogynist?
Wow, gee, thanks.
Do you think I hated women, Landon?
No.
You're wrong.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I hate women, Landon.
Oh, no.
Barely human.
Okay. You know, that reminds me of a dumb meme I saw recently where he was like checking a dude's temperature. And he was like, alright, you're good. Then like the woman walks in and then he switched to the object.
That's so stupid.
It was pretty dumb. But yeah, I guess speaking about books, the book I'm reading right now, I was definitely shook when I was reading it. 'Cause it said the N-word a lot.
Wow.
It was a product of its time. It was about the Great Depression.
Oh.
And like,
are you reading this for school or are you just...
It is for school.
What book is it?
All the King's Men.
Okay. And it just... the N-word just pops up?
Yeah,
Scares?
casually. Multiple times.
It waited like on the first word of like the next page so you couldn't see it, so you turn the page, you got jump scared like, oh!
Like, it's not like big or anything. Like, obviously not like giant and bold.
It's just a big font, bold, underlined,
like
italicized.
they say it like it's casual speaking.
Okay, I get it.
Like it's a synonym for just a black person. So it's definitely a product of its time. Yeah. Like it was like these people.
These in quotations.
These like three people on the like sitting on the field or something, like something random. Like there was a lot of description that I don't know if it was symbolism behind these descriptions or anything. Like it took like 2 pages to describe like this one Irish guy.
Oh, there's almost certainly like some hidden meaning then.
Oh, thanks for like I remember specifically on one thing he said. I think the Irish guy was called like Sugar Boy or something.
Sugar Boy. It might be a racial slur.
Okay, but they said, and then I kid you not, while describing him, they said, "Well, you may judge by his name that he'd be a," but no, he was actually Irish or something like that.
That's just funny. The book is racist.
I'm like, geez, okay. He's like, he got that name because he loved eating sugar. He also had no teeth or something like that, like something random.
Not only was the book racist, but the very pages that held the words and contained the connotation and meaning, they were racist.
So yeah, the book is basically about politicians and stuff. It's like they're like
Hoovervilles.
It was like during the Great Depression. It was supposed to the main politician dude, who was like the narrator's boss or whatever. He's basically Huey P. Long. Mm. But like in the book,
I've heard of him.
Yeah, it's almost like he was the governor of our state.
Mm-hmm.
But
he had a bridge named after him.
Yeah, but
we ran that bridge.
Yeah, that was.
Let's finish with that story.
That was lovely.
We were doing a 5K, I think it was, right? Now,
that means kindergarten.
This means 5K comes out to be, I think, 3.1, 3.2 miles. So not too long. Now, I run. Do you do cardio anymore?
I never did.
Oh, you never did cardio? I do cardio. But I don't think in any world is a fun run a correct name for this kind of thing. A fun run is not meant to be fun. It is suffering.
A fun run is actually just training.
Yeah. And we were doing this run. Lan and I both set up. We both set up running, right?
Yeah.
And this is at an incline. This is a bridge.
Yeah.
So we get to the top of the bridge, and Lan's like,
I'm dead.
Yeah.
And then I turned into a skeleton IRL.
I was worried for him, and I didn't want to leave him behind in case he had a heart attack and died. So I stood up there with him.
Yeah, maybe my problem was I tried to actually keep up with you.
Yeah, you should have told me. I would have slowed down for you.
It's fine because I just walked the rest of the way.
Yeah, but the view from the top of the bridge was pretty. It was really pretty. Because you're on top of a bridge, you're just standing there, you're looking down at ferries.
At ferries?
Yeah, the ferries, like the barge line, the big boat. Not like, hey, look at me, I'm a little ferry, I go around the flowers. No,
I actually think about the Legend of Zelda ferries, alright?
I don't know what those are.
You never played Legend of Zelda?
No, I've never played Legend of Zelda. You know this.
Bro, you need to play one of the games.
You need to watch Better Call Saul.
Oh, maybe we need to make a deal.
I will. If you watch Better Call Saul, I will legitimately try to play Breath of the Wild.
That's like the best one too.
Yeah, exactly. Because I know Chelsea's played it like 18 times.
Yeah. So, my favorite one though, like objectively, it's Breath of the Wild. But my favorite one that I used to play not like a lot was Majora's Mask.
I've heard that one was good. Isn't that the one with the scary sand people?
Yeah, it's sand people.
Or not like the mummy?
Oh yeah, they had those, but No, you know Ben Drown, creepypasta. Oh, never mind. Did you really know any creepypastas?
I know Jack the Killer Ripper. No, that's an actual person.
Jack the Ripper.
Sorry. No, I know the dude that
Yeah,
really,
I know Jack the Killer. I think
the pale dude with the knife.
Yeah.
Who I always thought is the stupidest 12 gauge slope.
Read his story, it sucks.
Yeah, it's pretty
legitimately
weird.
Horrible.
Slender Man, I think he's a creepypasta. Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
He's originally Slender Man was pretty good.
Yeah, but he was
overdone.
Yeah.
He's in Minecraft.
Honestly, Jack the Killer, same thing.
Yeah. Jack the Ripper is a real person.
Yeah.
He killed people.
Wasn't caught though.
Yeah. I think he
preyed only on
hookers.
Yeah. Prostitutes only.
I'm sorry, I used the politically incorrect term. Prostitutes. Saleswoman of flesh. There we go. That's the correct term.
Yeah, actually, he didn't even call himself Jack the Ripper.
I think it's what the reporters called him, right?
Yeah, because some dude sent something in the mail.
That may or may not have been him.
Yeah, but I don't think it was him. But that's how he got his name.
Because the dude, if I'm correct me if I'm wrong, but he knew what he was doing. His cuts were surgical. So the working theory is that he was a butcher or a surgeon, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and wasn't he kind of a cannibal too?
I don't know. I don't know if he's eating people.
I'm pretty sure that was part of the thing that he
I haven't heard that. I could just not be
maybe
knowledgeable about it.
Whatever, he
might as well go the full mile though if you're gonna just kill people.
I mean, he terrorized London.
Yeah.
Some people think, well, what would be the reason?
I guess just
he really
for the giggles. I don't know.
Well, I thought that was his only reason for doing
it. I mean,
because he went for a certain type of people.
He probably got a sadistic joy out of it. Same with what's his face, the homosexual skinny one, Jeffrey Dahmer or whatever his name is. Yeah.
Yeah, but maybe in his case,
he was I just don't want them to leave me.
Yeah, but I don't know, Jack the Ripper, he kind of went after specific people.
Yeah.
For just
How do you feel about people going as Jeffrey Dahmer as for Halloween? I think it's a little weird.
I guess it's weird, but I mean, sure, I guess that's whatever.
It's just strange.
I mean, people dress up as politicians and stuff.
I know, but this dude's an actual killer, and I don't know. I want to say you're glorifying him, but at the same time, I get that. Maybe you're making less of him by going as him as Halloween, because that's probably the coping mechanism for the human mind is to joke about it. So.
I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna think it's a little weird, but I don't really care that much. It's not that big of a deal to me.
And unfortunately, I have cut my hair, so I will not be going as Anton Chigurh for Halloween.
Oh.
No Country.
Oh yeah.
It was getting bad. I lost 4 pounds when I cut my hair.
You should have went with a what was it? You should go
Bald?
for a mullet.
Oh, mullet. I don't think my work would like that.
Why?
I just don't think they'd like that.
You should actually go for a skullet.
I go for a reverse mohawk.
Do you know what that is?
No, I don't know what that is.
It's awful. Search it up.
A skullet?
Yes.
Is it spelled how I think it's spelled?
SK and then the same as mullet.
Man, you should do that. It looks like a lesbian haircut.
You just look like an idiot like that.
You do look like an idiot.
Because all you have is back hair.
Well, I made a joke with the lesbian thing, but
it's just bad. It is just bad.
I like the 11 haircut from Stranger Things.
I'm the most unoriginal dude when I get a haircut.
Me too. I say make it short.
Oh. I basically ask for a fade every single time.
I don't know. I bet I'd look fine with a fade. I don't know. I've got the same haircut for so many years. Yeah, things like this is why we need to bring back bullying. What is this, the Padme haircut? From Star Wars?
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's slightly less as...
Yeah, it's less not as offensive.
Why are we seeing a bunch of people with dreads?
I don't know. A bunch of white women with dreads.
Which, is fine. If you
No.
Oh, I see. You're one of those people who think that you should keep haircut.
No, I feel like it gives you a large tactical disadvantage having rope coming down your hair.
Okay.
Just yank that
So you
thing.
just hate dreads in general.
I could like choke you out with those things. What is
someone we know
Oh,
has dreads.
yeah, I know him.
Yeah.
I mean, it works for him. He looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I love how every single place we go, everyone's like says his hair is cool.
Yeah. He looks like he would be in a band, like a new metal band. What's that freaking band called?
Corn.
Not Corn.
I mean,
They are new metal, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure. Though, the one that talks funny.
The one that talks funny.
The one that talks really funny.
Like, I know. I don't really listen to that type of metal.
Give me a second. Yeah, we're gonna finish with this because I gotta do stuff.
Okay.
Is that just him? No, it's close.
Jonathan Davis.
I was right though. Look, there's 3 people in this image set alone here that have that same haircut as he does.
That's the new metal type beat.
Alright, we gotta conclude this.
Dang.
Finish it.
Really gonna cut us off like that?
I am. I want to go drink some coffee and lift weights.
If you enjoy... I have no idea what we're gonna call this, but if you enjoyed this...
Call it Bingus. Bingus bongus.
No. I'll see, because I'm the one editing it, I guess. Hopefully you won't send me the wrong file again.
Shut up. Shut up.
I realized it because I played it and he said something different in the intro, and then I kept listening to it and it had me.
How far did it take you to get to like listening?
No, it didn't. No,
imagine you listened to the whole episode and it was like, yeah, this is not the right one.
No, I knew it immediately. Like the second I pressed play, I knew. I was so bamboozled that I went to Braden and I asked him, I think he sent me the wrong file. And then Braden's like, I hear 2 of you. I'm like, well, duh, because I have my other sound audio track. Okay, if you enjoyed today's episode, like and subscribe on YouTube and comment something, literally anything. Actually, no, I'm going to give you a word to comment. Cheeseburger. Now, and on Spotify, follow and download.
That now was demanding. Goodbye, folks. Y'all have a nice and pleasant day. Goodbye.